Advisor is always honored to be joined by Corey Massella, New York office leader for Katz, Sapper, and Miller. Corey, it's so great to see you again.
Same here.
Talk to us a little bit about, familiarize us with what you do in your company.
What I do in my company is I'm the practice leader for the New York office of a CPA and advisory firm. My focus is on mergers and acquisition. I do both buy and sell side. I've done over 300 transactions, and industry-wise, I focus on a lot more on financial services and the technology sectors. But in terms of deals, you know, I do deals for private equity firms. I do fund work for the funds, but I also do it for family offices. So sometimes they go into industries that can be very odd, and we learn and support. It's the skill set that we do to support them. So.
You shared a very broad survey in a session you were speaking in today. Tell us a little about the survey and what it revealed.
Well, the survey was about the challenges that that was encountered in the M&A during the 2017 year, and one of the things that was flushed out in a very large way was that 73% responded that it was the biggest challenge was sellers' expectations on the multiples that and valuations that they were expecting, and that was off the charts from nothing in the prior year had even come close to 73%.
Why do you think?
Well, it's been a challenge for everybody. The multiples are very high. The average median multiple, according to certain statistics, has been 10.5%. Now that's been constant, but it's really been brought down, and brought down to the level where sellers have got that country club, where they hear from the country club, and then their expectations are not realistic, because if it's somebody approaching them, their company can have concentrations on customers. There could be a multitude of things where they can't substantiate a 10.5 multiple. You know, management teams, but it makes it tough on the community when they're going out there and trying to get they have a good company, they want to work with them, but the sellers are looking for crazy numbers.
What were the opportunities in 2017?
The opportunities were that, well, actually, let me go back to one step. Another thing that was important that was flushed out was that there was also a lot that indicated, because some of the responses related to integration and management was another one of the higher levels of responses. And what that was supporting is that 2017 has also indicated that there's been a tremendous amount of add-ons, tack-ons, add-ons. 64%, I believe it was, of the deals have been add-ons, which are add-ons to platform companies, which means there hasn't been many original platform companies to start and build something. Everybody's been focused on adding on to their companies. And with that comes the challenges of integrating the management culture and the IT environment, and so that was another thing that was flushed out in the survey too.
So the trends that you saw in 2017, what do you think about moving forward to 2018? Do you think those trends will continue?
According to the panelists, and notice how I didn't answer the question, but according to the panelists, 2018 should continue. Everybody's looking to 19 as, you know, which way it may go, but another part of what we did indicate was what could change the dynamics in 18, and tax reform is one of the things that was at the top. The political climate, and especially globally. Interest rates was a factor. I mean, that could affect things, but not as it wasn't ranked as high as the political environment, because on a global basis and locally, and then what tax reform can mean when it happens in the States. That can really have a damper or a good effect to extend the runway that we've had for this extended period of time.
What opportunities do you foresee then moving into 2018, 2019?
The opportunities are, that's a really good question. I think the opportunities are going to depend on all those factors I just indicated, because I think things are, what has happened in 17 is we've, 16 and 15 were really robust years. 17 has shown deals going down, but when you speak to certain people that are focused on certain industries have done really, really well. Financial services has done really well. Technology is really killing it. Healthcare is doing really, really well. So it depends upon the sectors. Certain sectors, real estate still deals, but real estate has plateaued, and it's not doing as well as it was before. Trucking logistics. Trucking logistics is doing really, really well. That's amped up a level in 2017. So those trends could continue, but it's going to be industry specific.
This administration now has been in place for about a year. What was the feeling last November versus now globally, other countries, thinking about M&A deals with the United States?
I think there is, I think everybody prior to, they know that it's a business-friendly environment. But unfortunately, the stability of what is messaged out to the world from our government has made other investors from other countries hesitant on what to do next when they come over here. So interesting
times ahead.
Totally.
Corey, always wonderful to hear your insight. Thank you so much for joining us here on M&A. We appreciate it.
Thank you.